So, what made you decide to see the Soviet Union by train, Mr. Fry?
Well, the choice was yak, bicycle, or Aeroflot. And all the yaks and bikes were taken.
What was the longest journey?
Trans-Siberia, 10 days of permafrost. I shared the compartment with some caged birds, a woman who cured herrings. I was always puzzled as to how she knew which ones were sick. And a trampoline artist. Sadly, he left us after the third day. He was practicing in the observation car. He didn't notice they'd opened the roof, so... one boing and he was gone.
Honestly?
No.
You must have spent almost a year on Russian trains.
Well, you see, it's devilish hard to find somewhere to live in Moscow. One day I saw a man flailing around in the Moscow River, shouting, "Help, help." So I looked for something with which to aid him. I said, "Well, you better tell me your name and address." So he said, "Ivan something, flat B, 25 Novotny Prospect." So I left him to drown and Beetle drowned there. Too late, flat had already been taken by the chap who pushed him in.
Pushed him in?
That's it.
Sir Roland, what are you doing here? What if Fry sees you?
Fry invited me. I suppose it appeals to his sense of irony. You see, when we banished him to Moscow in '82, instead of exposing him, we needed a cover story. So the book idea was mine.
Did he write it?
Not a word. Chap called Sandy McIntyre in the Russia House lashed it together.
So the whole thing is a fabrication?
Well, at least it's consistent with the rest of his life.
Woman approaching is Parker Morrow.
CIA person?
Ex.
Has she cottoned on to the truth about Fry?
Hard to tell. Parker, you look superb. Oh, have you met Sir Roland White?
Oh, Sir Roland, how are you?
Well, thank you.
Did Lucas really write this book, or was it ghosted for him?
That's outrageous, Parker. Lucas has a remarkable literary flair.
Really? Longest thing I've ever seen him write is a note to a waitress.
He's always had a keen interest in trains, hasn't he, Duckham?
Oh, yes. But even at school, he was always slipping off to some local level crossing and jotting down numbers.
The Brits are closing ranks. I better circulate.
Nobody's fool, Miss Morrow.
She is what the Americans would call a sharp little biscuit.
I think the word is shrewd, Duckham. I think the word is cookie.
And trains were always a passion of yours?
Well, I had my first experience of passion on a train, actually. It was somewhere south of Peterborough, but with a much older woman of 16.
And you were?
8.5. Excuse me.
Fry seems to have torn himself away from that bevy of female admirers.
Keep your guard up. No reason we shouldn't be seen talking together.
First time for years, right?
Seen anything of Botty Bamford recently?
Oh, I believe he's terribly well. Either that or dead.
Fine.
I suppose you're reminiscing of the old days.
Yes, we were just saying that we hadn't seen each other since when was it? 84, 85?
And I'm sure it seems like yesterday.
Looks like your book is a great success, Fry. I haven't got round to reading it myself, I'm afraid.
Oh, nor have I. But I've been approached by some agents.
Agents?
Literary, not secret. No, they seem to think I have another book in me.
Oh, well, you better check with Sandy McIntyre before you sign anything.
Sorry, who?
The poor bugger who wrote your first one.
This one's for Tamsin. Would the former Mrs. Duckham like one?
Are you sending them to all your ex-mistresses?
No, there aren't enough copies. The publisher says the advance is very healthy. The title was my idea. It was toss-up between that or, pardon me, Vlad, is this the Tbilisi choo-choo?
These sleeve notes are another pack of lies.
Well, I did embellish them a little.
Playing the piano in a San Paulo brothel.
It is not strictly true.
Too bloody right it isn't.
I was the handyman. Damned handy on occasion, I can tell you.
You were never in the South American sector, I'd have known.
No, you only knew about deep cover. You sometimes knew about deep cover. Never about deep cover.
There's no such term.
That's how deep it was. So deep, I didn't know sometimes if I was there myself.
Well, it couldn't have been a brothel. I'd have known by the petty cash vouchers.
You see, you desk jockeys always resented us chaps in the field because we got to see something of the world. You were born in Surrey, right?
Nothing to be ashamed of.
As was your father, the Reverend Stephen Henry Duckham. You went to prep school in Surrey. You did your military service in the East Surrey. You were married in Surrey, and you probably went from the church to the reception in a Surrey with a fringe on top. Why don't you write your own book? Great Train Journeys of Surrey.
Well, at least no one would have to write it for me. And I wouldn't embellish the bio with how I worked in a bordello in Dorking.
Sadly for Dorking, there is no bordello. There is, however, a woman with a dungeon in Purley who used to beat Botty Bamford.
This sort of arrived.
Sort of pulled from.
Don't know, one of those day-glow motorbike guys delivered it.
Obviously one of your publishing groupies.
It doesn't seem to be a card or anything.
Peaches pickled in Calvados.
Oh, yummy.
Stilton, Bath Olivers, caviar, vodka.
Oh, let's have a midnight feast.
Yes, go and put your pajamas on, Tamsin.
I wouldn't be in them long if you opened that vodka.
You're probably sick of caviar by now, having been in Russia for such a long time, but I wouldn't mind a taste.
Just a second, Duckham. That caviar is from the wrong end of the Caspian.
Oh, for God's sake, do me a favour. I'm from Surrey, remember? Lumpfish is a luxury in Surrey.
Yes, but Fortnum's doesn't stock this brand, which means that someone has replaced the tin. Do we have a magnifying glass?
Yeah, sure. Here you are, Licky.
Thank you, Tamsy. Yes. The seal's been broken. Do we still have the number of that anti-terrorist organisation?
Yes?
Better give them a call and get everyone out the building.
What's going on?
Bomb on the caviar. Fortunately, not voice activated. After you've made the call, we'll nip round to Fortnum's.
Do you think...
Where are you, Duckham? Oh, there you are.
Do you think they'd remember who bought the hamper?
No, I shouldn't think so, but there'll be so much activity around here, I thought we'd have tea.
Have you had a report on the bomb?
A clockwork mechanism designed to detonate upon opening the lid.
Bomb and caviar. KGB?
Oh, it's a bit obvious. I think it may be someone who wants us to think it's the KGB.
Yeah, unless they want you to think it is the KGB, wanting you to think it's someone who wants you to think it's the KGB.
That sounds the most plausible to me.
Which?
That last one.
You know, each intelligence service has its own signature. CIA was very fond of a bomb in the heel of a shoe.
Yes, and of course the Bulgarians made the umbrella tip famous. The poison umbrella tip, you remember, Duckham?
Well, who is most likely to be after you, Lucas?
It's not necessarily me, you know. We're all in the espionage game. We all have enough skeletons in our collective cupboards to fill Highgate Cemetery.
Well, I worked in Whitehall all my life, and my worst enemy was the wheel clamp unit.